Brittany, and today's video is another haunted doll video. Now this haunted doll sounds like it belongs in a horror movie. It actually, the whole story sounds like a horror movie. This doll was found in Singapore. This was probably a couple years back, and it like frightened everybody, you know, seeing this doll. It was just found one day leaning up against a tree, blindfolded. So that right there is so terrifying. And this doll was leaning up against a tree on a busy street. So a lot of people, so many people saw this doll. There's been a lot of stories behind this doll that it's possessed. This doll has the ability to move on its own, and it can also talk in a woman's voice. I don't know what it is, but if I heard a doll speaking in a woman's voice, I would be scarred for life. And you know, we all picture dolls speaking in this really creepy childlike voice, but for some reason, I've never thought of a doll speaking in an adult voice, and I think that is more terrifying. Nobody knows the name of the doll. It's just been known as the Blindfolded doll. Nobody knows how that doll even got under that tree. People say that the original owner of the doll left the doll there and blindfolded the doll so the doll could not find the owner. So that story's true. Obviously the owner was petrified by this doll, wanted to get rid of it as soon as she could, and I picture them almost like throwing it out of a window when they're driving, or maybe just placing it under the tree. Maybe the doll was placed somewhere else and then it got up itself and went under that tree on a busy street so people could find it. That right there makes sense, because this doll has a curse. They say do not lift up the blindfold, because if you do, that doll will always follow you around. So it definitely makes sense if the owner, the original owner, threw the doll somewhere, maybe buried it, I don't know, the doll got up by itself, it wanted its next victim, so why not go to a busy street, sit under a tree, and just, you know, wait for somebody to come by, pick the doll up, maybe lift up the blindfold, and boom, its next victim. This should seriously be a horror movie. It is so freaky. What would you guys do if you came across this doll just outside of your house? You walk outside, the doll is sitting under your tree, or in your garden, or on your porch, on your driveway, in your garage, with the blindfold on. What would you do? Would you lift up the blindfold? You know, honestly, I think I actually would lift up the blindfold if I found it, because then I could study it myself. I could see if it really is haunted. I've always wanted a haunted doll. You guys know that. And I've been thinking about getting one, but you know, on eBay and stuff, you don't know if the person's lying, saying it's haunted and really it's not. But then I guess it's the point of finding out if it really is haunted. But I don't know. I really just, what I want Annabelle. And I know I have my replica of Annabelle, but I would love to have the real Annabelle in my presence, studying her, or just any doll that's haunted, any of the famous ones out there, like Robert. I would love to have Robert. I think Zach Bagans now owns Robert, which is pretty epic. I think that's really awesome. I would love to own Mandy. She's in BC, British Columbia. I think she's in BC. She's in BC, right? I think she's in BC, but she's more of a nice doll and she's harmless and stuff. She's more of a child, but I think that would be really interesting to have a nice doll as well. Obviously, a nice doll would be better than an evil doll, but at the same time, I think it'd be really cool to study the doll and really watch to see if it's haunted. But this blindfolded doll, guys, I think I would lift up the blindfold. As crazy as that sounds, but you guys know I'm crazy. But in a good way. I think in a good way, and I'm proud of it. But I definitely think I would lift it. But yeah, so let me know what you guys would do if you saw this doll on your front lawn, porch, whatever, your driveway, like I said, your school bag, even if you're going to school, or something, somewhere. Let me know what you would do, because I think this should be a horror movie. I think it's so creepy. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. As always, you rock my world, and the song lyrics of Michael Jackson. Hashtag Team Brittany44. Hashtag Barilla Runs. Hey! And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!